From the market stall to the mega factory, every business needs a foundation to thrive. This is the infrastructure of growth, the support that powers dreams at every level.
Welcome to the final episode of our infrastructure series. I'm Sena Miyamotosho. Throughout the month of October, we saw how strategic support lays the groundwork for economic success at every level. Here's what's ahead in today's episode. Our showcase spans the entrepreneur ladder from a nano business lifeline to MSMEs in manufacturing and a large-scale rice mill championing food security. In our Insight segment, we speak with BOI's Jalila Ismaila Ainde about a special intervention program for women called GLOW. Our main feature takes us to CET Power, a company providing the reliable energy that keeps Nigerian industries running. And in our news wrap, we bring you details of the Safety First initiative launched by BOI and the Lagos State Safety Commission. It's all ahead on this episode of BOI Impact.
At the most fundamental level, economic infrastructure is about creating stable livelihoods. This nano entrepreneur, a beneficiary of the Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme, exemplifies how targeted support provides a critical lifeline.
Orúkọ mi ni Samuel OBAFEMI OYEDELE. Iṣẹ́ tí mò ń ṣe, iṣẹ́ welder ni. So, wọ́n send the message sí mi. Message yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ mi bí báyìí. Ìyẹn ni mo ṣe wá sí town hall láti wá ṣètò ìjìmàgbó. Nígbà tí mo ṣe capture tán, mo wá rí alert 50,000 naira. 50,000 naira yẹn sì ó ra nǹkan díẹ̀. Ara nǹkan tá a fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí electrode. Àbí wáyà tá a fi ń jó nǹkan. Olúwa kẹ́ àrùn wọn lọ́wọ́ èyí tó ń ṣe yìí torí mo kì í ṣe mí nìkan àrí gbogbo wa bá ṣe pọ̀.
This isn't just a small business. It is a vital economic cell, providing for a family, turning daily subsistence into a sustainable venture. Every day, millions of Nigerians need a simple, sturdy bag to carry their goods. YUNUS HARUNA saw this everyday need and built a business around it.
I started with one machine 2019 and 2020 I still struggle with one machine. When I started, my money can only afford to buy machine. Although I struggle, I hustle. I started buying printed leather directly from Sokoto. Then I don't have machine production machine. Throughout that year, the profits I gained throughout my struggle, it was 450,000 naira. Then I decided to go and buy machine from Lagos. And then the cost of machine is 430,000 naira. So I buy the machine, I bring out the machine to Kebbi, I rent a shop 50,000 naira. I don't have the money to buy leather, to buy for nylon and other chemical that I can produce the leather.
Starting as a small-scale producer, he faced the classic entrepreneur's challenge: how to meet growing demand with basic tools. That's where BOI support came in.
Loan actually helped me so much on because when Bank of Industry disbursed the money, my first loan, I quickly run and go to the company because the money that Bank of Industry gave me can afford to buy goods directly from company. And the profit margin from somebody who buy from company and somebody who buy here from Sokoto, that the supplier, is very big. I expand the business. You can see now I have 4 machines. And then, my workers is just 2 workers that day. I recruited another 3 boys to make it 6 actually.
Da muna ɗauko wannan. Ko da ne zo ana ɗauko wannan la guda 10. Amma yanzu da Allah ya kaddara abin ya ci gaba muna ɗauko irin 20 ko 50 ko 70 haka muna ɗauko a gaskiya.
Before we have been hiring a Bank of Industry when I was in secondary school in southern Nigeria, or this gradually came to the Sokoto. Really, we are scared to go to the Bank of Industry because we don't know that maybe Bank of Industry will consider people like us. Today, we are one of the beneficiaries of Bank of Industry. Whatever I earn, whatever I have today, I got it directly from backup industry because without support of backup industry, I don't think my business will reach this level I have today.
With financing tailored for the Rural Area Program and Investment for Development RAPID, Yunus was able to upgrade his machinery and significantly boost production, all the while ensuring consistent quality. In the world of construction, the difference between a house and a home is often in the details. Details like the quality of windows and doors. VICO Aluminium began with a craftsman's skill and a vision to bring durability and style to Nigerian buildings. But turning this skill into a scalable business required capital.
It's a long journey. I work with company at Enugu. So I think I spent close to 8 years with the company before resigning from the company. Then I established this one with just I started with just a little gathering of goods. So from there, then I hoping to have a factory like this. So I started the plan little by little. The business I'm doing with requires capital, much capitals, and it's been a challenge. By the time we have variety of thickness, which whereby a customer will come for B, I may not have B. May come for C, I may not have C. What I have on ground may likely be D all around. So when the customer come, I'll be debating where will I get money to get C? How will I get money to get A? So these have been the problem. Before I now approach BOI, they now give me a facility that helped me to be turning up such of these thicknesses. Before, what I have just 2 workers, but now I have 9 workers that is working with me now, presently, both drivers, including the factory workers.
Since the time I started doing this work, since I first started in this place, I've already done a lot of mistakes, but since the time my boss is around, I've been always helping me and always teaching me and training me. Since the time I've already learned it, I've not done any mistake. And any time that I do any material and produce for a customer, since that time we know if he had any information, bad information about the house he's leaking, and any customer that will come to our company, also patronizing well, make sure that he's satisfied.
I've been doing business with VICO Aluminium since about 3 or 4 years ago. They are sending quality materials to us because I've bought a GIADE from him. The attitude to the customer is par excellence.
BOI's intervention provided the crucial funding for VICO Aluminium to move from a manual shop to a semi-automated production space. Established to help achieve national self-sufficiency in food production, TIAMIN rice has grown into one of the largest rice mills in Nigeria. The company's monumental expansion, including its 600-ton per day production line in Bauchi and a vast 10,000-hectare irrigation farm, was powered by the Federal Government Manufacturing Fund through BOI.
We started in Kano with 320 metric tons capacity production line per day. And with the vision of federal government in the area of food sufficiency, where we felt we needed to give our own full support and contribution to this area that is of great interest to the federal government. We saw the need to expand our production from the 320 metric tons capacity per day to a bigger capacity, which the idea of Bauchi comes up, where a 600 metric tons capacity per day production line was initiated, and which we commenced the construction in 2020. And as of today, alhamdulillah, that has come to reality. not just production, but you need to have a competitive product, which that can only be achieved if you have a state-of-the-art facility that is installed in your production line. So that gap prompted the issue of support, and which has greatly supported us in not just the production line, but we also have a mini production line that is to process broken rice, which in most areas you see that broken rice are not fully processed, just like what we are doing here. The funds given to us by BOI has greatly supported us in mitigating some of these major challenges I have highlighted to you. Majorly, the facility was for machineries. We acquired machineries with it, which has greatly supported us in achieving that particular goal of having a state-of-the-art facilities in the milling process.
This critical support has enabled TIAMIN to integrate the entire value chain, from its own large-scale farming to a contract farming initiative that empowers a vast number of local farmers with guaranteed offtake. It is a testament to large-scale industrial ambition, supported by BOI. Funding the backbone of the economy requires an intentional strategy. In our Insight segment, we speak with BOI's head of MSME lending, Jalila Tanyide, on the bank's gender agenda.
BOI is intentional about women economic empowerment. We don't see it just as a duty, we see it as part of national development. That's one. In addressing our 2025 to 2027 strategy, gender is one of our thematic areas. But also, yes, gender has had we've had a group, we've had a desk, we tried to intervene, but talking to some of our stakeholders, and we had some consultants look inwards within BOI. What are we doing? What can we do better? And one thing that stood out was that we don't have a dedicated product specialized for women entrepreneurs. 2, security. Security is an issue for MSMEs, but for women in particular, security is an issue. Another thing is capacity building for these women entrepreneurs. So what did we do? BOI came out with a product specialized for women enterprises. When we did our consulting, when we had our consultants come in, we had to define gender according to gender mainstreaming. But for this specialized product, which is called GLOW, Guarantee Loans for Women, specialized, dedicated to women entrepreneurs. For our other loans within the bank, we have definitions for gender business, but for the GLOW product, is dedicated to women-owned businesses. We came up with a collateral, very relaxed collateral, different from what we have with our other products, whereby for loans up to 50 million, for those who do not have legal mortgage or guarantees, they can bring in 2 guarantors for up to 50 million. But as low as 5 million, 1 guarantor is fine, and all asset debenture. Another challenge that our consultants find out also was pricing. So we came up with the GLOW product and also came up with very low, single-digit competitive pricing of an all-in pricing of 7%, which means commitment, monetary commitment fees, appraisal fees, everything is one cost at 7%. So apart from the financial part, we also look at capacity. So the non-financial part of capacity building for our women folks. And also we looked at, in deploying this product, it's better to use a digital platform. So we have a dedicated digital platform from end to end, from appraisal to disbursement of these loans, because we don't want a situation whereby it's difficult for people to go into our offices. But we feel that it's necessary that the underserved and the unserved would access this product, and that's why the GLOW product is online end to end, from application to disbursement.
Are you a woman-owned business? Then you may qualify to apply for GLOW, Guaranteed Loans for Women. Account registration. To start, visit BOI's website, www.boi.ng. Click on the GLOW icon. Click on the Register button. Follow the prompts to register and create an account. Enter your BVN and NIN and click on the Validate buttons. Complete the form with the relevant information. Create a password. Agree to the terms of service and privacy policy. Click on the Register button. You will receive an email to verify your email address. Click on the Verify Email Address button. Now you've successfully registered. To apply, click on the Login button. Proceed to fill in your business details, name of business, registration number, TIN, location, and attach the required documents. The loan amount and use of funds selected will determine what documentation will be required of you. Complete the fields for additional business details. Upload all required attachments. Click on the Submit button. Confirmation of submission will be sent to your registered email address. You can track the status of your application on the portal. For further inquiries, please email customercare@boi.ng. Grow your business with GLOW. Start today. GLOW, Guaranteed Loans for Women.
Every enterprise we have featured, from the smallest nano business to the largest factory, shares one common need: reliable power. It is the ultimate infrastructure, the lifeblood of industry. CET Power stands as a leading provider of gas-to-power solutions in Nigeria, focusing on clean, consistent, and affordable energy for manufacturers and large commercial entities.
CET Power set out to meet the energy needs of most manufacturing companies and industries, first in Nigeria, then secondly in Africa. So far, we have been able to provide power utilizing natural gas. We have been able to grow the business over the years. We have equally been able to make inroads into West African countries.
The Bank of Industry Fund has enabled us to get competitive funding for our projects, and it has helped us in our operations.
In some cases, whenever we execute our PPAs, we can now finance the assets, and this is where the BOI comes in. The BOI will now assist us by providing the financial capacity to acquire those assets.
It has reduced our cost of operation, and which in turn has enabled us to meet our financial obligations.
Presently, we have in our direct employment over 200 staff, both skilled and unskilled workers.
Working with CET Power has basically exposed me with experiences on international financing, with understanding the life cycle operations of a power plant.
In the area of technical expertise, I would say that my involvement in engine repair and rebuilding projects, in engine trainings, and also in our just concluded 4.62 megawatt power plant installation at NBC ABUJA has exposed me to advanced mechanical systems and troubleshooting techniques.
Earlier when we started this factory, our power supply was from NEPA, the power authority from the government supply. But then this was not okay for us. And we interviewed many of the power supply, and then we selected that party. Now the commercial terms came, and we are very satisfied with their type of operation, the type of technical people, those who operate, those who do the maintenance, and we are very happy about that.
The idea is to capture the captive market and the on-grid power requirement of the African markets. And in the next 5 years, we're equally looking at improving on renewables, where we'll be able to generate power, either captive or grid power generation, utilizing more of renewables and less of gas.
With strategic financing from the Bank of Industry, CET Power is deploying independent power plants that ensure Nigerian industries can operate at full capacity, unhindered by grid limitations. In our news wrap, the Bank of Industry's Managing Director, Dr. Olashopo Olusi, has signed a groundbreaking Memorandum of Understanding with the Lagos State Safety Commission, launching the Safety First initiative.
Occupational safety is non-negotiable in our project assessment process. Through our ESG framework, every BOI-funded project undergoes rigorous safety due diligence to identify, assess, mitigate workplace risks before approval. Many of you will recall BOI's recent milestone collaboration with the Lagos State government to expand access to finance, a partnership that is already opening new doors of opportunity for entrepreneurs across the state. Today's event is an extension of this very important relationship, one that we at Bank of Industry deeply value. I want to take a moment to again recognize the leadership of His Excellency the Governor of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who has demonstrated a willingness to partner with institutions like Bank of Industry and has remained unwavering in his commitment for the growth and well-being of Lagos. Together with the Lagos State Commission, we at the Bank of Industry are co-sponsoring the Safety First initiative.
So this groundbreaking cadre is not just a bureaucratic innovation. It is a bold declaration, which I've said to you now, that Lagos is setting new standards in public service professionalism. It means that for the first time, safety will not just be treated as an hardcore responsibility, but as a recognized cadre path. It will be complete with its own structure, with its expertise, with its training, with its human capital development, will be enshrined in our public service.
This is a joint commitment to place worker protection at the very heart of enterprise development, and to strengthen MSME resilience and to safeguard the long-term stability of our financial system. But we cannot do it alone. I want to call on my colleagues in financial institutions across the country, development partners, and also the private sector to join us in this effort so that it can become a national program. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my speech here today is a call for action. Let us envisage in Nigeria, where construction workers in Lekki, factory employees in Ikeja, farmers in Epe feel equally safe, empowered, and respected. In Nigeria, where every worker returns home safely at the end of each day. Together, we can build a stronger, healthier, and more resilient Nigeria, one workplace at a time. God bless the Bank of Industry. God bless the Lagos State government. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you for this.
This partnership will formally integrate occupational health and safety standards into BOI's financing criteria. Covering the Safety First initiative, from Lagos, this has been your BOI Impact News Wrap.
And so, as we wrap up the series on infrastructure, we see how these sectors, from power generation and distribution to infrastructure projects, showcase the bank's effort. In our next episode, we'll show you how BOI is financing innovation and creativity. We dive into the dynamic world of digital economy, exploring the creative sector, culture and tourism, and the vibrant fashion souk. Would you like to learn more about what BOI does and how? Or perhaps you're looking for that BOI signature on your own enterprise? Visit www.boi.ng. Follow us on all our social media platforms or call 0700 call BOI. I'm Sedam Yamotosha. Thank you for watching.